everybody. As you can see, we've got two people who have come to meet Bob and Jenny from Bob and Jenny's Bob Earnshaw's channel. We're in the Bailey Alliance 59.2 and we're going to have a chat about caravanning and motorhoming and the differences between them.
Yeah.
And we got Poppy as well.
Yeah, of course, not forgetting Poppy.
You're camera shy, aren't you, Poppy? So there you go. That's it.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean we obviously we've come straight into motorhoming, so we've never done caravanning. So when people talk to us about the differences of caravanning and motorhoming, we've no idea really, to be honest, what the differences are, other than you've got a car at the front and a caravan at the back. Yeah. So go on.
Yeah, we've done both, as you guys know. We've had 3 motorhomes and 6 caravans. So we've done both. So I can comment on both sides of the story, whereas Bob and Jenny can only do one.
Yeah. I mean, people have said to us when we tow our car, it's like reverse caravanning. I guess they're right.
When we stay on a site, for about a week or so, we'd leave the motorhome and use it like a caravan, don't we? Because we use the aqua ways, and we go out in the car.
So is that like caravanning?
Well, sort of, I guess, because you've still got to pitch it up and plug all your water in and those kind of things, haven't you?
Yeah.
So, and I guess then you've got your car to go away and using your motorhome as the caravan instead.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think if we'd come here in our own van, we'd have probably brought the car.
Yeah.
The biggest thing coming around Dorset and sort of into Cornwall and that is that the roads are so blooming narrow. With a motorhome, you've obviously got this extra width here, and you're always brushing against the hedges. So.
Well, seeing both of our videos using our front-facing cameras, that how narrow something like the bridges are, and all those, all the pinch points as you call them, are. So especially in the caravan, we were having to go over the cat's eyes to because the roads are so narrow around here.
Yeah,
definitely.
Well, I think if you watched our video last night, you'd see us driving over those cat's eyes. They're like this.
They're quite tall, aren't they?
Good on.
We forgot how narrow that road was, didn't we?
Oh, the road
down by the river.
Well, even the road back from Minehead was pretty narrow as well.
Yeah.
And we're thinking, that's the main road.
Yes.
And you're driving in the middle of the road. We got behind a coach on the way, and I'm thinking, what on earth is a coach coming down there? And I think, well, it's an A-class road.
Yes.
So I suppose one of the advantages of caravanning would be at least you're a little bit narrower once you're unhooked. Well,
the caravan obviously isn't, depending what size, obviously 7'3", 7'5", and 7'6" vans.
Yeah.
And then obviously you got to 8 foot, so obviously with an 8 foot van, you're nearly as wide as a motorhome anyway.
Well, yeah. I mean, some of the autographs we were saying earlier are 8 foot effectively. Yeah, so they're pretty wide. Yeah.
I mean, the one thing that I always think about is if you go down somewhere narrow and you've got to turn round. You found this was quite easy to turn round, didn't you?
Yeah,
being shorter. Ours is longer, so you think, well, this is a really narrow road, and if I have to turn round somewhere, more of a worry.
When we got here 2 days ago, we actually got a discount because we were shorter. Because people don't, with bigger vans, bigger caravans, bigger motorhomes, don't want to go on smaller pitches.
Well, no, because you can't fit on them.
No.
But I guess also with caravanning, it takes the stress out of the driving, because you've only got to drive to your site, you pitch up. With a motorhome, if you don't have a car, you have to drive to the place, and then you have to think, is this height the height barrier on the car park going to be big enough? And is there going to be a big enough space? How much is the car parking going to be? And I need to buy 2 spaces. There's lots of considerations over that.
Yeah, I mean, we're sorely tempted by a smaller motorhome.
Because yesterday we managed to park, didn't we, in Linton?
Yeah.
Almost in a space.
Almost in a car space,
Slightly over.
Yeah, definitely.
But we could get in, we could manoeuvre around the car park. That's often when you've got a bigger motorhome, the worry is, can you manoeuvre around this car park?
Yeah. But again, one of the things we think about, advantage of motorhome, is that we've gone somewhere, we've parked up for the day, or sometimes for the night, some people do. Is that you've got everything with you. You've got your toilet, you've got your cooker. But if you've gone out in the car...
We stayed out all day yesterday, didn't we? Because we found a nice spot in the evening, and we made a I cooked some tea, didn't I?
Yeah,
and then I made a stew. It was wonderful. Well, it was really.
Yeah.
But you can do things like that and relax and pull over somewhere and stop and.
Yeah.
You know,
but you pay a lot more for the privilege of having a motor.
You know, some people say, well, does a camper van and a caravan sort both of this out? You know, you've got your camper van to go out in the day, and you've got your cooking facilities, you know, some have a toilet, and you've got your caravan on the site you can come back to, and you've still got a van that you can use as day to day as well.
Yeah, we've thought about that, and then when I've thought about it in the past, I thought, well, you need to stock up both.
You'd have to have a toilet in the camper van, a toilet in the caravan.
You have to double up on everything.
So when you go out for the day, to make sure the toilet in the camper van was...
Do you charge the caravan battery or do you charge the camper van battery?
Well, yeah, because you've only got one pitch. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I've seen quite a few people doing that. Yeah, I think when we were on the way to Europe last year, there were quite a few people who actually had camper vans and caravans. I guess what they're doing is they're taking the caravan to a site somewhere in France and then going out exploring the region. So that's quite a nice idea.
Yeah,
you've got best of both worlds, haven't you? You can
still
go
more
out
expensive than either.
Well, yeah, exactly. You've got to double the price.
You've got 50 grand for your camper and another
20 grand,
30 grand for your caravan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's another consideration is price, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know how much this motorhome is.
47,000, just nearly 48,000.
So 48,000, I guess, if you could buy yourself a caravan like ours is 25,000. You could then get a mid-sized car like ours, sort of middle of the range one for the money of one 2-berth motorhome.
I think we've seen that. I mean, the price of a medium range motorhome and a caravan and a car are about the same. So there's not that much difference sometimes when you look at the two together.
And our car, because we've only got the little car, £20 tax a year, isn't it?
We've only got one car, so you know.
Then I guess the motorhome's got its running costs as well. Especially if you're a family, you run 2 cars, you run your motorhome, or the motorhome's, I guess, expensive in insurance and tax. A big motorhome, and you've got your 2 cars, you've got your insurance, and all. That's 3 vehicles.
But if you do what we're doing, we've got a little car, so the car's 20 quid to tax.
Yeah,
you know,
quite cheap to
it's quite cheap,
insure.
and it's quite cheap to insure.
And we just use that at home when we are at home. Just as a little run around. We don't need 2 cars at home. I think sometimes you need 2 cars at home plus a motor. And I know. I think Glyn and Sharon always said this, haven't they? They need 2 cars. He needs a car for work, and Sharon needs a car for her work. So they've ended up with 2 cars and a caravan. So that works for them. It often is what works for you, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that's the key.
That's the key point, definitely.
Really.
That's why we didn't really want to get into which was better, because one would be better.
It's personal preference.
Yeah. You know, it is interesting just when you think about it. Well, you know, are you working? You know, do you need a car for work? Are you retired like us? Do you just need a small car runabout to go to the dentist or something? You know?
But the demographic is that motorhomers are, not being funny, generally retired people.
The old gits like us,
You know,
I've got my
old guys rule.
Old guys rule T-shirt on.
Generally, younger people have caravans because, firstly, they're cheaper, and secondly, you know, like I say, the running costs. You know, they've got usually 2 cars, one for one parent, one for the other, and then they don't want to be putting another vehicle on the road, which is going to cost. And I guess the motorhome tax is quite a bit because it's a big vehicle.
It's 165.
It's 165 for a bigger motorhome, which is the bizarre thing, because we're actually a private heavy goods vehicle with our motorhome.
So
it's 165. This van would actually be more to tax.
Wow, okay.
Because they don't want to tax HGVs as much.
Right, okay.
Because we're in a weird tax category. So
our insurance is about 400 a year.
Yeah.
And that includes breakdown and
that's not bad.
Yeah, it's for the company caravanning club, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then the car is about £30 a month.
Yeah,
insurance,
£30 a month
like
insurance. So it's not bad.
Yeah.
Right. Slight adjustment of the camera angle there.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. You can see me now. Finally.
Yeah. So we were just talking. I mean, one of the things about motorhomes is that you've got a bit of versatility with motorhomes. So why would you spend more money on a motorhome, I suppose, is the question. We saw a motorhome the other day towing a tractor, And because what it was that when we were at Tewkesbury, there's a medieval sort of historical thing, isn't there? Some sort of historical thing.
Yeah.
And they were obviously going to an event where there were old tractors.
Yeah.
So you could have a motorhome, you could go to one of these events and you could show your tractor and you still have somewhere to make a cup of tea.
Oh, you could tow a couple of motorbikes on a trailer. Or you could tow a boat. We've seen people doing that.
We thought about it. My mum's getting a horse soon, another one, and we're thinking of getting not a motorhome but a camper van, like a Volkswagen California, to replace the car, and towing the horse trailer with that. Because when you have to go to a horse event, it's an overnight event. You need somewhere to be able to sleep, wash, all those kind of things. So for those kind of things, it's good. But obviously, we were just talking about wild camping, and you were saying about all the rules and regulations that come with it.
Yeah, I mean, there's nowhere, technically, legally, that you can wild camp in England, because every bit of land in England is owned by someone. But people do it. People do actually stop somewhere, and that is one of the advantages of the motorhome, is that you can stop in a lay-by, you can stop in a nice quiet car park.
And well, we did just on top of a cliff.
Yeah, we didn't sleep there, but
but
you can do it.
You could have done.
You could have done. You can do it. Yeah. And unless someone's going to come and arrest you, then obviously people do it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people aren't even aware that it's not technically legal, because all the land is owned by someone.
Well, I know we both do. We watched a channel called the Travel Trolls.
Yeah.
And they permanently live in their motorhome, and to give them as an example.
Yeah.
And they use things called Brit stops.
Yeah.
And their car parks, lay-bys.
Vineyards, I couldn't think of the word. Vineyards.
Yeah. Wind up whilst you're there.
Yeah.
And they stop in those kind of places. So you've got that option as well, because I certainly wouldn't want to go to a vineyard or a lay-by and just stop in a caravan, because you've got that risk that in a motorhome, if something happens, you can literally, your bed's here, especially in this motorhome, the bed's here and the driving's there.
You can jump in.
You can literally jump in the seats and just go. So you feel, violated or something.
Yeah, that's right.
But with a caravan, if somebody's trying to break into you, you've got to get out of the caravan, try and get into your car. Hopefully, it doesn't nick your car and take it off your caravan in the middle of the night. That's another issue. You know. So security as well.
Yeah, I think also because in Europe they've got these what they call motorhome areas where a lot of motorhomes stop. But caravanners, when they're going into Europe, tend to have to use motorway services to stop, and they're less safe, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So
because they're more close, Yeah, I know.
You're sleeping with the truckers, and sleeping not actually sleeping with the truckers, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So
especially, I know we do, and I expect lots of you watch Andrew Ditton. You know, one of the great caravanning people. He's been called the Casey Neistat of caravanning. Obviously we know he's got a motorhome on camper van, and Andrew a camper van on loan. And some of the things that he does with it that he can't do with his caravan, like go to, I think I saw he went to some last year. He went to some walking place. He went to some country park where he just pulled in and left the dog and Dougal in the van with the heating on. He went off on his mountain bike, which he had in the back of his van, and he went off for a ride. Dougal was is kept nice and warm and safe in the van, and then he can come back to a nice warm van where he can make a cup of tea, have a sandwich.
That is one of the nicest things, and we were saying that when we were out yesterday, that we really enjoyed doing that. That's why we had a motorhome in the first place, really, wasn't it, to be able to have days out.
Yeah, one of the things that really sticks in my mind is when we went down Glen Nevis and we parked the van up in a car park. I went for a walk with Poppy. It started tipping down. We got absolutely soaked. We can come back to the van, get a change of clothes, get warm before you set off.
Poppy went in the shower because she's down there. She was absolutely filthy, and we thought, well, rather than go back to the site and then give her a shower, we gave her a shower in the van.
Also, I guess we used to do it when we motorhomed. When you leave home or you leave your storage location, you don't go shopping before you go away. No. You go shopping as you go away. You go to this local supermarket, and then you do your shopping, and you immediately then put it in the fridge, which you've got nice and cold. And there's benefits like that as well.
Well, we sold the benefits of motorhoming now. What about caravanning?
Well, benefits of caravanning. On our side, I don't know if you can call it less stressful, but the driving is less stressful because...
It's probably quieter.
Well, it's quieter,
Yeah.
you know, because I guess you in a motorhome, you literally sat here.
And you've got some hands behind you.
They're rattling behind you.
Yeah.
And if something falls out, you know about it, and you
That
stop.
happened to us yesterday.
You know,
Yes, the thing fell off the top of the sink, didn't it?
When we used to motorhome many years ago, we were driving along and went over a big pothole, and one of the cupboards came open, and a pan flung down into my head.
Yeah.
You know,
Pretty dangerous, yeah.
And there's those things as well. With a caravan, it's behind you.
Yeah.
You never know what's going on, which I guess isn't a downside. You don't know what's going on in there, but it's
It's less worry.
less worry. You know,
Yeah.
and all, you know, people say, well, towing a caravan, they snake. Well, to be honest with you, I'm not being funny with anybody, but caravans snake because people drive them too fast. You know, and that's another thing. Obviously, in a motorhome, you can go faster. Can do, is it 70 on a motorway?
You can do 70 on a motorway, yeah. The bigger motorhomes can do 60 on a dual carriageway, but 50 on an A-class road.
Yeah, so with caravans, it's 60 on a motorway, 60 on a dual carriageway, and then 50 on single carriageways, and then the speed limits, everything else the same.
Yeah.
So people say, well, you get there slower. Well, actually, you're on holiday. It doesn't matter. You're never in a rush on holiday.
No.
You know, that's the point of holiday, to relax. You know, you're not rushing to the campsite.
You see a lot of people in motorhomes rushing.
Yeah. You know, and rushing causes accidents. Certainly. But no, with caravanning, like I say, there's less stress. You pull up at your caravan site, you set up, and most people say, well, with a motorhome, it defeats the, you know, you don't have to set it up. Well, you still have to put the motorhome on the pitch, plug it into the electric, go to the water point, fill it up, do the toilet. Well, it's the same you do with a caravan. You know? So once you're in the caravan, you put it on the site, and then you can literally relax. And then you can literally go away in your car for the day. You haven't got to think about, like I said earlier on, the height barriers and anything like that. Because a car's a car. Cars can go pretty much anywhere.
I mean, the thing we'd said, we'd never done caravans, so really would like to try it one day. So
just to see,
just to see what it's like.
Obviously, we're with our friends, aren't we? That have got caravans, so we know.
And we've often had these sort of discussions with them as well.
The differences.
The differences, yeah.
And again, it's all personal preference.
I think you've also got more space in a caravan for the size of the vehicle, because I mean, you've got, you know, all the dashboard and everything here. You know, in a caravan, if this was a caravan size, you'd have a locker and you'd have shelf space. And
we both go to the NEC, and I look around motorhomes. I bet you look for yourself looking around caravans.
If people ask, I look at the caravans as well.
Exactly. So, okay, to get a the size of a caravan and a motorhome, you've got to go to A-class double axle things that are, you know, the size of a yacht.
8 or 9 metres.
Yeah, exactly. You know, when the cupboard space within the caravan, you could get this is a small 6 metre motorhome, and to get the space of this in a caravan, well, you'd be going to something like a Bailey Phoenix 420, and you know that's a little 2-berth and weighs below a ton, so you could take that with a Ford Focus.
Which would be your only car, you know.
Exactly.
So for someone who only needs one car, that's the perfect sort of van.
We did start at one time. We were looking at the very little caravans, weren't we?
Yeah.
And we were thinking we'd have a car and we'd take that away.
Yeah.
And we found actually with the little caravans, the layout was very much like this.
Very similar like this, isn't
it?
Exactly
the same.
You'd just have a bench across here, wouldn't you? So.
Yeah.
Well, so the definite advantage of a caravan is space. You know, to get a massive motorhome with loads of space that you could live in for, you know, weeks and weeks. You're looking at $100,000. And to some people that's their house. You know, to some people that's a mortgage to get that. With a caravan, to get lots of space, you need to spend $25,000.
I think probably at a pinch we could probably live in ours at the moment. You know, you've got like separate areas, so but I think we're probably thinking that we're getting on each other's nerves after a while, aren't we?
We're in this one. We're in this area together. We have said we've quite enjoyed that.
Yeah, we can actually talk in the evening, you know.
Rather than me disappearing, you know, in the bedroom, and you in the other room.
So in some respects, having a more closed area is a bit more social.
But if you look at all the layouts of motorhomes, they're exactly the same as caravans. and they're as homely.
Yeah.
So layout wise, you're not getting any different in a motorhome than a caravan.
No.
Then obviously there's practical reasons such as storage.
Yeah.
So I know we keep our caravan on the drive, you keep your motorhome on the drive.
Yes.
But if you want a big motorhome,
you
might not be able to fit it on the driveway.
Well, that was the thing. Originally, where we lived, we had to have one this length because we couldn't fit it on our drive.
That's right. We've actually bought a house to suit the motorhome, which is all
the
way round really.
We had a longer drive.
Yeah.
And the way we do it, we can get both on,
Yeah.
don't we? I've said, well, if we had a caravan and a bigger car, we wouldn't get them on the drive.
No. I mean, a caravan like Bob and Ailing's,
they got the
numbers.
Bailey
They've got the
Pursuit
Pursuit
554. Yeah.
It's about the same length as our motorhome.
Yeah.
So we could still do it. You could still get a caravan on the drive with a car in front of it like we do.
Yeah, but we have the car across ways and it's a little car.
Doesn't matter. Same.
You wouldn't
Yeah, you would. You would. So, exact same length, the caravan.
All right.
Yeah. So it's
So,
possible to do.
And I don't know, I've never looked into storage, but I don't know if storage is more expensive for motorhomes.
No idea.
I don't think it is, no.
Comments below.
Yeah, if you know anything, please do comment below.
Yeah.
If you've got any advice, whilst you're on the commenting,
Yeah.
if you've got any advice to anybody why you like your caravan, why you like your motorhome,
Yeah.
do stick it in the comments for both of us. It'd be very interesting to see.
Yeah.
I mean, we're no experts on caravanning, you know.
No.
And I'm no expert on I may have done both, but
Yeah.
I'm certainly no expert on motorhoming either.
No.
Well, we're not really experts at all, are we?
No.
Just balmy amateurs.
And I'm
you know.
panicking because I'm trying to think about those speed limits. So let's go back to that. Yeah. So if I got that wrong, let me know.
Yeah, definitely.
But there are different speed limits, obviously, for smaller motorhomes as well. This can do better speeds on A-class roads, so you can go up to the national 60 limit on a normal A-class road.
But I guess at that speed, it rattles quite a bit.
I don't know. I think it gets quieter.
Yeah.
You get more engine noise. It probably covers up the rattles.
Yeah.
Just turn the radio up.
Yes.
So obviously with motorhome, obviously you've got quite a good engine. Are they quite good motorhome engines, or?
Well, this one's doing 30 miles to the gallon nearly.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, so that's not bad. Our bigger motorhome, our own one, does about 26.8. It seems to sort of stick at, according to the thing on the dashboard. But yeah.
So we get this sounds to a lot of people massive, and everybody says about it says, we'll get 42 out of our car towing, and apparently that's unheard of.
Yeah.
That's
not bad.
And we get 48 when we're driving.
Yeah.
So obviously there's a massive difference there.
Yeah.
And obviously the fuel tank and these are huge, I guess.
Yeah.
They're about £100 to fill up.
90 litre tank.
So what's that? About £100 to fill up?
Just over 100 if you were empty. Yeah. Yeah, we tend to fill up sort of when we're about £80 worth or something.
Yeah, that is quite a bit for a lot of people. That's putting £100 of fuel in.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a lot, but I guess mileage-wise, that can get you a long way.
500
and something. On here, I think it said 554 with the mileage.
That's quite good.
Yeah, so it will get you a fair way around Scotland. That would. Yeah. We get you around the NC 500.
Yes, it would.
Just in time for a fill up.
Yeah. May as well come on to that as you mentioned it. The NC 500. I wouldn't want to do the NC 500 in the caravan.
Right.
No.
Okay.
To me, I've never done it. It looks too narrow.
There are parts where are fairly narrow, but most of the roads are pretty okay. I think the worst bit was the going round the top where.
The northwest.
Right on the northwest tip.
Because it's mainly all single track.
Yeah, and a lot of people are doing it, and you tend to get like convoys of caravans and motorhomes going along. So it's what you don't want to do is get in a convoy with other motorhomes or other caravans, because that's when you get into trouble, because there's nowhere for anyone to pull over.
No.
We were just talking earlier on about reversing caravans and motorhomes, and if you do get stuck, obviously in a motorhome, it's like reversing a car, but not really. Because if you travel with a car on the back, it's like reversing a caravan then.
There's some practical differences with reversing a car when you're towing a motorhome, because what happens is that the wheels on the car don't know which way to turn. There's a certain thing called a caster angle. But towing the car, when you're towing the car behind you, the wheels follow the. If you push it or pull it, the wheels will go in the same direction that you're travelling. Once you start to go backwards, the wheels don't know which way to go, So it's not that easy to reverse accurately a car. You can do it in an emergency.
Or you can get in the car.
Or you can get in the car, unhitch it,
and we've now got a little wedge, haven't we? That
you can wedge up the A-frame.
And you can drive the car
out the way.
Yeah, that's
the quickest thing to do.
Quickest way, yeah. You know, I guess you can't, without the car, this is speaking, trying to do a 3-point turn in a motorhome is more easy than with a caravan.
Yeah.
Because you've not got that extra length, and you've also not got that extra bend.
This van's perfect for doing 3-point turns.
Yes,
it's got because it's a delivery van. Really, you've got a lot of turn circle, a good turn circle. So
you were amazed actually. The other
I am
day,
quite amazed at what it goes around is. But a bigger motorhome like ours, because of the length of the wheelbase, you're talking 20-point turns rather than 3-point turns. Backwards and forwards. So you've obviously got that. You wouldn't be doing 3-point turns in a caravan anyway, I guess. If you got into that situation, you'd probably be in the same thing. You'd probably unhitch the caravan.
Probably using motor mover or
use the motor mover and get out of the way. We saw that on a ferry.
That was on Harris.
Someone turned up early for the ferry.
No, the ferry was cancelled. It was that day when they were all waiting in the queue and the weather was horrendous. So then they were all sent away from the queue point, and there were people with caravans, and they were unhitching it, moving the car around, and then moving the caravan around.
So the unhitch. So if all else fails, with both of them, you can unhitch.
Exactly. But so coming to the end of this video now, because I expect this getting on quite long now. Thank you. Exactly, it's been very interesting. So thank you to everyone that's been watching. It has been a long video. We don't have any idea how long it is because the camera keeps cutting out.
Edit my footage out of some sort. Certainly if I've got the speed limits wrong.
But so we'll speak to you all soon. And bye from all of us.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Bye then.
Speak to you all soon.
Bye then.
Bye.